blacktop hums like a hungry mouth, swallows dreams heading south. I left mine in a motel sink, washed this world with blood and ink. Every mile stripped me clean till I was less than what I'd been. You don't lose yourself all at once. It's death by distance, mile by mile. This is the road that ain't my name. Shoot it up and call it fate. I was somebody yesterday, now I'm just weight that I can take. If I vanish without a trace, don't carve it in the stone. This is a road that ain't my name and made me bone. Gas station lights like dying stars. Every face asks who you are. I tell them lies that almost fit. Truth don't buy you much of anything. Memory fades when you don't look back. Survival erases the facts. This is a road that ain't my name. Shoot it up and call it fate. I was somebody yesterday, now I'm just a weight that I can take. If I vanish without a trace, don't carve it in the stone. This is the road that ain't my name and made me bone. If identity's a thing you keep, mine bled out in my sleep. I don't know who I'm supposed to be, but the road remembers me. This is the road that ain't my name. I don't fight it anymore. I wear the silence like a coat. I learn what nothing's for. If I die out here alone, let the asphalt moan. This is the road that ate my name and carried me home. Engines fade, stars move on, names are gone. Names are gone. Fall roll low where the wild dogs roam. No law here, no way home. I crossed the line with a borrowed name. Mud on my boots, blood on my frame. They say this land don't forgive mistakes. It just waits for the weak to break. Every mile feels like a test of how much guilt a soul can carry in its chest. This is dead man's county line, where the past don't stay behind. Every sin gets magnified in the dirt where truth goes blind. If I fall before daylight shines, let the vultures draw the sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead man's county line. like it knows my fear. Wind tells stories I don't wanna hear. I hear my name and the coyotes cry. Sounds like a lie I used to buy. I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the road keeps choosing sides. This is Dead Man's County line, where the past don't stay behind. Every sin gets magnified in the dirt where truth goes blind. If I fall before daylight shines, let the vultures draw the sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead Man's County line. If there's a judge beyond this dust, he won't see mercy, just disgust. No last words, no defense, just a man in consequence. This is Dead Man's County line. I can feel the noose of time. If I'm guilty, if I'm not, it all ends in the same spot. Let the earth take what is mine. Let the crows read every sign. I was never meant to leave alive. Dead Man's County line. Footsteps fade, rifle clicks, fate don't miss. Fire's low, stars withdraw. Something's knocking in my core. I sat alone by the dying flame, heard my shadow say my name. It wore my voice, knew my fate, said you've been running from this place. You can flee from towns and men, but not the truth beneath your skin. It was the night my shadow spoke, laid my sins out like a joke. Said you ain't cursed, you ain't insane, you just chose the easy pain. If darkness knows me this damn well, maybe I belong in hell. It was the night my shadow spoke, and I finally broke. He showed me a road I never took. Every lie, every look, said you blame the world, the law, the gun, but you pulled the trigger, son. Denial's just a softer chain wrapped around your brain. It was the night my shadow spoke, laid my sins out like a joke. Said you ain't cursed, you ain't insane, you just chose the easy pain. If darkness knows me this damn well, maybe I finally broke. If I kill it, I kill me. If I listen, I'm not free. So I stand between the flame and accept my name. It was a night my shadow spoke. I didn't run, I didn't choke. I faced the man I tried to hide, staring back with dead calm eyes. If redemption never comes, it won't be quiet, it won't be kind. It was a night my shadow spoke, and I crossed the line. Fire dies, morning waits, no one escaped. In my core. Road creeps under the pale blue sky. Justice don't ask why. Town square whispers when I pass, like my shadow's made of glass. Every step below the stair, they already hung me there. Truth don't matter, only blame, and blame don't need a name. The hangman knows my name, he don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends, says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the debt's the same, whether guilty or the same. The hangman knows my name. I tried to run, but roads run dry when fate decides you're gonna die. Sheriff said it's God's own plan. God never shook my hand. Every lie wears holy clothes when fear is what the crowd shows. The hangman knows my name, he don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends, says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the debt's the same, whether guilty or the same. The hangman knows my name. If I fall, don't call it grace, just another erased face. Tell my story wrong or right, I'll be gone by morning light. The hangman knows my name, and that's enough to end it all. I stand tall in borrowed courage when I hear that final call. If heaven turns its eyes away and hell feels just the same, let history decide the truth. The hangman knows my name. boat still sways. Crowd goes home. Justice sleeps alone. Steel meets palm, cold and clean. Another prayer I never mean. I learned my songs from a loaded gun, from the way it shines when the work gets done. Sunday words never stop the pain, but iron faith stayed the same. Hope's a lie that feels divine when you're out of ways to survive. This is a song for the broken gun, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this psalm in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. I kiss goodbye with shaking hands, left my name in a wasteland. Every choice I've tried to save just dug another grave. Faith feels thin when night comes fast, and every shadow wears your past. This is a song for the broken gun, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this song in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. If redemption costs my breath, I'll pay it slow, I'll pay it dead. Let heaven turn, let angels run, I'll finish what I've begun. If there's peace on the other side, it don't look like what they promised me. So I sing this song to the dark tonight and set myself free. Smoke drifts high, metal still, God stay silent. Dust on my boots, blood on my hands, sun sinking low over cursed land. Mama said pray, Daddy said run, but the devil taught me how to use a gun. Down this gravel road I drag my name, every mile of sin, every prayer's in vain. If heaven's real, it don't know me. I was born too deep in the shade of a tree. Cross on my neck, chains on my soul, sheriff's lights flashing, losing control. I loved once hard, I loved once wrong. Now her ghost hums an old sad song. Down this gravel road I bleed regret, whiskey talks loud, but it won't forget. If angels cry, they cry for me. Another lost son of the outlaw creek. Facing the fight. Down this gravel road I make my stand. No clean escape for a broken man. Remember my name, gravel road confession, carved in flame. Talk with fists and tired eyes, said nothing about the reasons why. Every lesson came out mean, every truth stayed in between. I learned silence from my father, how to swallow, hurt and stand, how to say nothing at all when you're breaking like a man. It pains a language handed down I learned silence from my father. He never said I'm proud of you, just nodded once like that would do. I wear his habits like a coat, heavy words he never wrote. I learned silence from my father, how to lose without a sound, how to bury every fear where it won't be found. Love was something we survived, not something planned. Yeah, I learned silence from my father. If he knew the man I am, would he shake my hand or just look away again like he always did back then? I learned silence from my father, now it's all I know. I don't scream, I don't confess, I just let it go. When my son asks who I was, I'll try to stand, but I learned silence from my father, like a man. Swore an oath with a shaking hand, under moonlight on borrowed land. Said I'd change, said I'd stay clean, but promises rot when you've seen what I've seen. That was a dead man's promise, spoken way too late. Hope don't live where I come from, it just learns to wait. I meant every word I said, but truth don't stop the fall. Yeah, that was a dead man's promise, never meant at all. Cold iron sings against my thigh, every step feels like a last goodbye. I loved her once with an honest heart, then fear tore that love apart. There was a dead man's promise written in my breath. You can't outrun who you become, you just outrun death. I prayed hard, I prayed fast, still lost it all. Yeah, that was a dead man's promise, carved in a wall. If words could save a soul, I'd still be whole, but silence knows my name, and it don't let go. That was a dead man's promise, now I wear the cost. Some debts get paid in blood, some never get crossed. If you hear this down the line, learn from my call. Don't swear a dead man's promise. Yeah, dog. Midnight hums on a broken line, dust and prayers on borrowed time. I learned to lie with a straight-faced grin from a preacher man with whiskey skin. Mama cried when the sirens came, said, boy, this town don't forgive your name. Every mile I tried to run just pulled me closer to what I've done. On this gravel road confession, I spill my sins in the rain. I carry ghosts like loaded weapons, every promise wrapped in pain. No salvation in these headlights, no forgiveness in the dawn. I'm just driving my damnation till the mercy is gone. Pawn shop rings in a rusted Ford, blood on a letter I never sent home. I loved a girl with a dangerous smile. She said forever meant stay a while. I buried truth beneath my pride, but truth don't stay buried long inside. On this gravel road confession, I spill my sins in the rain. I carry ghosts like loaded weapons, every promise wrapped in pain. No salvation in these headlights, no forgiveness in the dawn. I'm just driving my damnation till the mercy is gone. If heaven's real, it's locked up tight, with my name crossed out in red tonight. And hell knows me like an old friend, says, son, you always come back again. On this gravel road confession, I lay my soul on the line. If judgment comes in this direction, I won't beg and I won't hide. Let the thunder take my shadow, let the cold wind write my song. I was born into this darkness, and I'll ride it till I'm gone. And I'll ride it till I'm gone. Dust settles, engine slow. Some roads end where the devil knows. Cold dirt knows what men deny. Moonlight doesn't testify. They buried him out by the old oak tree. Said justice serve, case closed, be free. But I saw fear in the sheriff's eyes when the shovel hit truth and the truth stayed quiet. History is written by who survives, not by the ones who lose their lives. Graves don't tell the truth, they just keep it still. Every lie gets sanctified when the silence kills. If innocence could scream aloud, this town would burn in shame. Graves don't tell the truth, they just remember names. Mama lights candles she never explained, prays to a God that won't ease the pain. I learned young how to bite my tongue, crucible you can't outrun. Some sins wear a hero's face and sleep beneath a badge of grace. Graves don't tell the truth, they just keep it still. Every lie gets sanctified when the silence kills. If innocence could scream aloud, this town would burn in shame. Graves don't tell the truth, they just remember names. If I dig deep enough tonight, will justice crawl into the light? Or will it rot like everything else we hide from ourselves? Graves don't tell the truth, but I will if I stand, even if it costs my blood and this shaking hand. Let the earth reject the light, let the bones complain. Graves don't tell the truth, but they know who's to blame. Wind moves slow, dirt stays cold. Some stories never get told. Floorboards creak like they remember every cold November. This house knows every lie told. Watch me turn from brave to cold. Walls soaked up my anger slow, like rain that never learned to go. You can leave, but guilt stays put, buried deep in rotting wood. This is a house that learned my sins, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it calls my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is the house that learned my sins before I learned what I'd become. Mama's room still smells like grief. Daddy's chair won't let me leave. Every step feels out of place, like I'm haunting my own face, some ghosts breathe, some just stare, somewhere skinned and breathe the air. This is a house that learned my sin, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it called my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is a house that learned my sins before I learned what would I become. If I burn it down tonight, would the truth escape the fire, or would it rise in blackened smoke and choke me one last time? This is a house that learned my sins. I won't kneel inside again. Let the roof cave in with lies, let the silence win. If forgiveness lies somewhere, it don't know this ground. This is a house that learned my sins. Now I'm walking out. Door slam shut, night stand still. The house remembers me. Moon hanging low like a loaded thread. Black River knows what I confessed. Boots in the mud, heart full of rust. I crossed that line 'cause I thought I must. That black river don't forgive. It just takes what you got left to give. You can wash your hands sky, dusty breath. A man learns fast the shape of death. I stole to eat, I stole to live, took what mercy wouldn't give. Judge said, boy, you chose your fate, like hunger ever learned to wait. Right and wrong blur in the rain when survival feels the same. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of a man. I loved once, but love don't last. When your future's chained to your past. She said run, but nowhere safe, when the law's just another face. Every door is locked by fear, every choice disappears. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of man. If God counts sins like men do, then heaven's empty too. If grace can't bleed or steal or starve, it was never meant for hearts like ours. There's no cross for a thief, so I'll stand on my feet. I won't beg for forgiveness from the hands that beat. If the devil wants my soul, he'll have to understand there's no cross for a thief, but I died a man. Chains fall quiet, dust settles fast. Nothing forgives the past. Groves don't pray, they just wait for faith to rot beneath the gate. I buried God behind the barn, right next to where my childhood died. Said sorry once, didn't mean no harm, but hope don't listen when it's tired. Belief breaks easy in the dirt when answers never come first. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a light. I beg for signs, I beg for calm, he never even cry when she found the hole. Said, son, you don't get to choose. But pain taught me control when faith was something I could lose. They say belief is all you need, but belief don't stop the bleed. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a lie. I begged for signs, I begged for calm, he never even tried. If heaven watched me fall apart, it turned away in shame. I buried God behind the barn and nothing felt the same. Tonight, will he forgive or start a fight? Or will he look just like me, empty, cold, and incomplete? I bury God behind the barn, but the guilt won't stay underground. Every prayer comes back to form with my voice, my sound. If salvation never comes, it won't wear his face. I buried God behind the barn and took his place. Dirt settles, silence reigns. They'll lower me slow in borrowed dirt, say nice things that don't hurt, but truth won't fit on a wooden sign. Some men don't leave halos behind. There'll be no cross for my grave, no angel carved in stone, just a name half forgotten and sins I own. I don't need heaven's claim or mercy's weight. There'll be no cross for my grave. I chose a road that chews you up. Called it freedom, called it love. Every mile took a little more. Now I don't know what I'm walking for. There'll be no cross for my grave, no preacher lying kind, just a wind telling the truth to whoever finds. If God keeps count of men like me, he's brave. There'll be no cross for my grave. I ain't asking to be saved, just remembering right. Can be wrong and still fight. I'll die by my hand when the dirt settles deep and still. I'll behave. There'll be no cross